Hi class, I've gotten some questions just about the formatting of this assignment and really what you're supposed to be doing, so I figured I'd make a quick video just to try and help with some of that. So the main thing that you're doing in this assignment is just revising this list of facts and meeting the needs of the person that is talking to you in the case. So basically what it's asking you to do is to go in, get rid of facts that aren't necessary, reorganize the facts so that you can have a logical order in them, get rid of this whole top 10 list idea because that's not really appropriate to the situation, and then add some graphics to it so that you can show it more visually. So I'm just going to give you an idea of what you might do here. So first things first, you'll probably want to go in and just change the title. Just get rid of the top 10 thing. This is not necessarily a good title. I'd go with a more descriptive title than what I have here, but change it to something else. And then you're going to want to try and figure out what order you want all of this in and get rid of some. So maybe you will find that, for example, maybe you just don't like that first one. Maybe you just don't think that that's important to what you're trying to say. So then you could just start with a different one. And maybe you want to start with two. Maybe you want to start with a different one. That's entirely up to you. But let's say that you start with this one. In that case, you're going to want to add a graphic after it. So you can just go up to Insert, Chart. Let's say you want to show this as a column chart, perhaps. So you'd have that, and you'd of course make this chart represent what is actually being said here. You can integrate it a little bit more by saying something like, as seen in Figure 1, an Australian study showed that cell phone use while driving was associated with slightly more than a 4-fold increase in crash risks. So you could say that, or you can perhaps change this a little bit, edit it, make it so that it's something that actually makes sense here and something that you like. Add a title underneath that, Figure 1. Cell phone use and crash risk, or whatever the title is going to be again. So you'd have that, and then you would decide what your next one would be. Well, maybe let's say that you want to use 3 after that, or maybe let's say that you think that this one actually belongs up here. So let's say if you chose 4 instead, you can go ahead and here adjust this, and perhaps get rid of some of that, and then like have a figure again that's going to demonstrate what that is. So you can edit these and change them a little bit as long as they still say the main points that you want to say, and that the graphics really support what you're trying to say as well. Then I do want you to go in and add some comments to it. Now you can do this a few different ways, but I think the easiest way is just to use the commenting feature. That would be Control-Alt-M. That's the shortcut for it. It adds a little comment over here. So if you press Control plus Alt plus M, that'll do that. You can also do it by going up to Insert and going down to Comment. And I'll add that over there, and then you can just give a quick reason of why you chose this graphic. We chose to include a graphic here because we designed it this way because, etc. It's mainly there just to show you reasoning, and because it would be very useful to the reader of these graphics to understand why it's designed that way and how it's being used. So then your entire document will just kind of look like this. It can have each of the different points that you want to make. It can have graphics after 5 of them. You can make more than 5 points. You can include 8 or 10 or 11 if you really think that all 11 are still good. But you can also get rid of some. Bring it down to 6 or 7 if that's what you think is the most important ones. But then your final document can just look like this. It might not transfer terribly well over to Word if you use the comments. I've seen it work in the past, but sometimes it hasn't worked. If there's issues with that, the team admin may need to take care of it, or I just might need to contact the group in order just to get the original Google Doc But that should be all. It should be relatively easy in terms of formatting. I'm not looking for a memo. I'm not looking for a letter. I'm really just looking for you to fix up this list and turn it into something that would be much more useful with the points and the graphics all together. That's about all. Bye.